Okay, we are recording. Hello, welcome to the Hard Hitters team monthly team call. I'm Kimberly Jensen. I am a coach. My team is called Your Best You. I've been a coach in the network for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in May, which is really exciting. I can't believe it's already been 4 years. I feel like it's been, I can't decide if I feel like I haven't ever not been a coach or if it was really fast. So it's a combination of both. But I am so glad to get a chance to talk to you guys tonight about Success Club and volume and basically the bread and butter of this business to ensure that you're making money if you are indeed a business building coach and you're trying to move your business forward. So a little bit about me, just because I don't know all of you all that well. But if you do have any questions as we're going, just go ahead and put them in the chat and I will get to them at the end. It's okay. I am a mom of 4 small humans. They are 5, 4, 2, and 4 months. We are busy, and I've been married 8 years in November, so we've been busy. We basically been either making children or moving or doing something in the last 8 years. So it's just a blast. And so coaching kind of came on when after my second pregnancy. I've always loved fitness. I love fitness and I love helping other people love fitness because I do believe even when I would work out and get 0 results, fitness always makes you feel better. A workout always makes you feel better. Well, maybe makes you sore and then you quit, but I do believe that it gives you the endorphins to handle all things life. And so when I couldn't lose any baby weight and my second son was a big boy and I gained, I had like 50 pounds to lose. I kind of just got real stuck and real sad, and I'd keep my kids in daycare so I could go to the gym, and I was just really like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And so I reached out to my coach, Andy Worsham, and whose husband is best friends with my husband. They've known each other since 4th grade. It was kind of just a no-brainer, and I reached out to her, and I joined up as really just an opportunity to do the program, how it would work for her to, drink this Shakeology. So I signed on as a coach because I knew I was committing to at least 6 months of drinking Shakeology because I wanted to see if I could get the maximum results. So when I signed up as a coach, I didn't necessarily plan to work the business. However, I was actually running a free group on Facebook at the time, and I had over 100 women in there, and we were just working out. We were doing like daily challenges. So when I decided to become a coach, I just went in there like, hey guys, I'm going to be a Beachbody coach. I don't really know what that means, but I think we should all do it. If you guys want to join me, or I could probably set you up. And I ended up helping. I can't talk right now. I hit Success Club 56 my very first month as a coach because they all signed up, and that was I was like, whoa, well, that wasn't expected. Now, have I ever hit Success Club 56 again? No, I haven't. But that's okay because just do what you want, babe. Just, okay, thanks. But I have done my darndest to maintain a business that continues to grow every single month with the idea of I am helping women live their best life yet. And really that's why my business is called what it is. I see the value and I see what this business can offer people in the stance of freedom in their freedom in their fitness, freedom in their marriage, freedom in their health, freedom in their finances. All of it, I lead with that. In any post you ever read from me, you'll always hear that I truly believe that this business can help people get out of pretty much any circumstance that you're in, as long as you really were being attacked by bugs. As long as you really believe in it. And so to say, why have I had great success? And, I think I'm at Success Club 40, I've hit Success Club for 48 months, I think, basically since I signed up, and Success Club 10 for 38 straight months. Sorry, but you're breaking my leg. So why? What have I done that's different than maybe you have done, or maybe you've trying to do? And I think when, I've been thinking about this all day long, And honestly, I think the one component that makes me continually hit Success Club, help coaches get signed up, increase my volume, is that, no, maybe there's two things. Maybe there's three things. Number one is consistency. I have never, ever missed a day of showing up on social media, through moves, through miscarriages, through two births, to everything. I have never not shown up at least 3 times a day. And the very first thing Andy said to me when I signed up was like, just start posting 3 times a day. And I was like, okay. And that was what I did. So for the last 4 years, I have shown up on social media every single day at least 3 times. I right around maybe like 600 days ago, I started going live. I've gone live every single day for the past 600 days. I don't even know what I talk about at this point. It's literally whimsical. I come up, it's like what bothered me on the way to a drive, or what encouraged me in, my morning. Sweetie, can you stop, please? Or was it a fight that I got into with my toddler, or was it the way dinner went, or whatever. It's just a whimsical way of people getting to know me and my heart, and therefore making any invitation that I ever offer is transparent as possible, because I'm as transparent as possible in these live videos. So when I send someone a cold invite, and I send cold invites, I send probably 50 to 60 a day. There is no, I don't sugarcoat anything. I just simply say like, hey, I love what I do. I love our groups. I love these products, and you should love them too. Pretty much is how I lead with all of my invites. And the reason I don't ever feel like, for a long time, I would never send any invites. And the reason I think it works is because when someone gets this cold invite from me, they're like, whoa, that was bold. Then they go to my page and they're like, oh, well, she likes, rainbows and unicorns, or she's just this normal human being who really loves what she does, loves the products, loves the programs. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get, I want what you have. I want some of that energy. So let's sign up. And I honestly believe that is what is like the direct breakdown, because a lot of times your words are fantastic, but if people can't hear your voice and they can't see you kind of, train wrecky and sweating and, looking whatever it is that you look like. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been live and, Brooks has barfed, or something strange has happened, or toddlers are breaking down, or whatever. That's life, and that's what shows people who I am as a person. So then when they get the cold invite, they know like, oh yeah, but remember that one time someone tooted on her live video and everybody thought it was funny? Like, that's the kind of stuff they're going to get from me. And that, I feel like, is so relatable to real life. I bring people on the downer days, and I talk a lot about the 4th trimester because I hate it, and it's hard, and it's challenging. And I talk about, what it looks like to, I wouldn't say I would say maybe in a month of going live, maybe 4 times I'll invite to whatever it is that I'm doing. But again, that comes across as a very authentic, like, you guys, just come do this with me. We can have so much fun, and we can get to know each other, and we're going to be besties for life. And this is because that's what it becomes. And that's where I think the other part of this business is. You have to be who you say you're going to be. And I have seen so many coaches invite, and they get in the challenge group, and the people are in there, and the people are never talked to again. And it's seriously one of the biggest pet peeves. It's such bad salesmanship. If you sell something and you say like, oh my gosh, we're so great, and we have so much fun in these challenge groups, and we all, cheer and roo-rah, and we laugh, and we get to know each other, and then they get into the challenge group and it's like, wah, 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 and there's nobody talking. There's no camaraderie. There's no, you're barely checking in with them. They see right through you. Number one, they're never going to buy anything again. Maybe they'll go find a new coach, or they're just going to kind of fall off, or they're just going to do their own thing. And I take that so serious. Like, I make sure that the person starts right. And I do that with a welcome email. And the welcome email is pretty, it's long. It's basically thinking of all those things that these people have, any kind of problem that people have had in the past, like why they returned a challenge group or challenge pack or any kind of reason. I've broken that down in that welcome email. So like, here's how you need to drink Shakeology. You know, if you like it thick, do this. If you like it thin, do this. But blend it for 2 minutes. Don't just throw it in a blender or shake it up with ice. Like, you're going to hate it and you're going to return it. You know, really breaking down how to drink Shakeology. You know, I just learned how to do a video on my phone. You know, like, do you guys know how to do that? Am I just new to the game? But now take a video of you going through the challenge group tracker, how to sign up, how to put their weight in, how to make sure the notifications are right. Because that's another thing that turns so many people off. Like, you know, they get like 200 notifications in the day and they're like, this is crazy. Like, I don't want to be any part of that. Teach them how to ensure that they only get notifications from the things that they want to get notifications from. Be the biggest cheerleader of these programs and products and get to know your people that are signing up. And I promise you they will return tenfold, which brings me to the third reason volume is always high. My people stay my people. And the reason they stay my people is because they're on a weekly check-in list. So even if they're not even drinking Shakeology, for the first 6 months of them signing up with a challenge pack, they're going to get a weekly check-in from me. And I get ignored so much. I get ignored more than I do probably get responded to. But I'll tell you what, when they hit that low spot in their world again and they're like, man, I felt so good that 2 weeks that I gave it, I want to get back in. Guess what? They're re-upping and they're re-upping. I would say half of my Success Club points every single month are my old customers buying again, buying again, buying again. And right now, like the Portion Fix, and if you have like using the tool in the back office to run your report to see who is your who's expiring in their Beachbody On Demand, that's like money in the bank. Because right now they can get Portion Fix, Beachbody On Demand, and a bag of Shakeology for $200, which means they're getting a bag of Shakeology for free. Tell all those people that, you know, reach out like I like to reach out maybe a month in advance and be like, hey, I noticed your BOD is expiring. I don't know if you knew, but you can like re-up with this brand new program, a bag of Shakeology, and your Beachbody On Demand. Plus, then you can get in our group if you want. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, and I used to send that through an email, but I feel like emails are just all spam these days. So I now text. If their phone number is in your back office, I just shoot them a text and be like, hey, it's Kimberly Jensen. Yeah, I know we've never talked on the phone before, but you know, here's the deal. You're re-upping and you need to take full advantage, because why wouldn't you? And again, that signs them up. You're silly. But that's definitely a big chunk of where my volume and my people come from. Yeah. I feel like I'm like, okay, that's all I got. No, just kidding. But kind of, because really, you guys, it's that simple. If you love these programs and you love what this offers, and you're not, okay, let me back up. If you're not loving what you're experiencing in your challenge group and you don't feel encouraged and you're constantly like, oh, I'm not doing a program anymore, oh, I fell off, then you need to reinvigorate yourself and decide that, see it for what it is. I was just saying on a live video this morning, when I drink Shakeology, I literally think about the fact that like brain degenerate disorders are being like stalled out as I'm drinking it. Like, I'm so like, oh my gosh, cancer be gone. Like, what, all the good things. Like, I'm so passionate about what we have to offer that just like bleeds out in everything that I am doing. So when you're passionate about the people and you're passionate about the products, guess what happens? That just comes out in everything that you're doing. And I feel like people want to just be a part of that, and they don't want to miss out. And one of the things I think I took away from, I don't even remember, but was either summit or leadership or one of the two, was you always want to be creating FOMO. Create FOMO at every cost, which means that you kind of have to build the FOMO, right? Like you got to build the cool stuff. So like something we recently just started doing in our challenge groups that's been so life-giving is having them tag you in stories, so that you can then share all those tags in your stories. And if you follow any like Ashley Smith's or, I don't know, some of like the genuine Beachbody coaches that are really building community, you see that they are, there's happy birthday messages always. Learn your people and then show up for them in your, they love being tagged. I feel like they think it's like, wow, that's really cool. I just got tagged by my coach in my stories. But create challenge posts that get them like, hey, head over to your stories tonight and share what you ate for dinner and be sure to tag me. Or, hey, head over to stories tonight and talk about or show one of the exercises you did in your program and be sure to tag me. And then just, obviously have a point system and they get extra points for doing stuff like that. But that's going to just generate that FOMO because then you get to post it. We do Sunday standings in every single challenge group that we're doing. So usually there's about 3 challenge groups going on. We take that image and we get to share it, and we share that they're getting prizes. And we just create the wow, I want to be a part of that. I want someone to celebrate me, because right now life sucks and no one's celebrating me. And the reality is life is hard for pretty much everybody. Because I can tell you, if it's hard for me, it's hard for you, it's hard for all of us. So if we can show people that we get through the hard, they're like, well, how does she do it? What is she doing? How does she get through the hard? And I always bring it back, any hard post I talk about, I constantly am bringing it back, but I have people that are lifting me up. I have, my therapy that I go to every single morning. And I truly believe it's therapy. When I hit that garage, it's me against me, and it's my issues and all my drama, and I think about all the things that suck, and I work it out, and I come out of that garage and I'm ready to be mom, and I'm ready to be a wife, and I don't know of anything else. And I've said this from the beginning, I would never sell anything else, literally never, because there's nothing that's all encompassing like we can offer here at Beachbody. There's nothing else out there. And so to share that with people, like, here's the hard, but you know what, you can get through it because here's why. Give constant, tangible ways out of the hard. And I feel like people will thrive in that. So, yeah. Questions, comments?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I love that though. I've like gone to your page before and looked, and I love how you are just like out there and open and consistent, like you're on there all the time, which is awesome. I have a question for you. So after you send people like invites to join your groups, what's your system for getting people signed up? Like, how do you like take them through the process, explain to them, like, what's your system for like, you're invited, give them all the information, bye?
Usually, so I have 3 invite ways. Well, Instagram and my business page are both the same invite, but it's basically like, hey, thanks for the follow. I'm obsessed with helping women find freedom in their health and fitness. I've been doing this now for a couple years. I'm a mom of 4, and I found so much, joy and energy and excitement in these groups. And I would love to send you some more information. If you're interested? That's kind of how I break any ice. And then if someone comments or likes any post, then they'll get a message of like, hey, thanks for the love on my post. I've got some brand new groups that I've opened up for enrollment. I would love, to send you some information. And I think that's pretty much the 2 invites that I'll send. If they say, yeah, sure, send me some information, I simply respond with, so great. Basically, in a nutshell, it's a virtual accountability group. We work out. I get you access to over 600 workout programs, or 600 workout videos. We drink a shake every day. We supply nutrition support. We have a ton of fun and we get results. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? If they then say yes, if they usually at that point they're like, sounds great, but how much are we talking? Or, that's usually when they ask about money. And if they don't ask about money, I send the same message minus the money, but I'll literally break it down. So you know, right now it's on sale for $200, and here's what you get for $200. And everything, like the cookbook, the logbook, the Shakeology, the cup, the boot camp support group, the weekly check-ins with me, you know, lifetime access to nutrition, everything they're going to get. Because when you break it down like that, it's a lot of stuff. It's a ton of stuff that they're getting. And then, you know, and if you want to throw in a tote, it's $245 basically is what I say. And then I say, does that, you know, does that sound like a good, or, you know, I don't even remember what the last part of it is I say, but I always end with a question. Hang on. I can just tell you. Oh, careful. Did you just take chicken? You'll like it. Is that sound doable to jump in with us? And at that point, once they say yes, if it's just a generic challenge group, like, you know, Portion Fix, then I'll just send them the link. If I don't know if you guys knew this is also something I learned, but if you do share a cart and they do need Beachbody On Demand, you can get all of it for $200 versus the $245. So you can go into share a cart and you can do the Shakeology Portion Fix for $160, and then when you throw in Beachbody On Demand, it's only $40. So if you don't have to do the $245, because I feel like most people, it's high. $245 is high.
They just fixed it, just so you know. There's like a challenge pack now, so it's not like an add-on. It's like an actual 160 or 200 challenge pack.
Oh, there is. Okay, JK.
Yeah, they just fixed it. Yeah. So.
But it was kind of annoying because I don't use share a cart a lot. I don't really know why. I feel like I only ever use it to sign up coaches. I just don't, I feel like it's just fine sending links. A lot of times they have another coach, but most of the time they tell me like, hey, I think I'm signed up with someone else. Do I need to do anything? And I'll just have them fill out the coach change form or whatever. But that's basically how I take them through. And then once they sign up, they go on my client list. My client list is how I kind of keep track of what they bought, that I sent them an invite or sent them the new welcome email. And then 18 days later, no matter what, 18 days later, I send them a follow-up email. And basically it's like, I hope you're loving it. And I break down Tribe. So I'll go over Tribe, but I break down all the things, like if you want to continue to drink Shakeology, basically I want to get to them before Beachbody gets to them. And I basically tell them like, and in just from my business, if they stay on as a Shakeology preferred customer or a preferred customer, which means you're on Shakeology HD or Performance Line HD, they will get meal plans from me every 2 weeks. And they're not just meal plans, they're grocery lists. I think I'm on meal plan 8, and there've been new recipes. So they're getting 6 new recipes every 2 weeks with the breakdown of ingredients, with the breakdown of containers. And so when you sign up with me in the beginning, you get a meal plan. And then if you stay on with me as a preferred client, I will send you those every 2 weeks. And I send them to my coaches. I send them, to anybody that's active within my thing. And I build up excitement about that. I share my stories. It's time to create the new meal plan, and I'll share like little, blips at it. But and then I ask for reviews every time I send them. So I say like, hey, I'd love to hear what you loved last week, or, whatever. And then I use that in my stories, or I use that so that I have, people kind of saying like, oh, I want a meal plan, because the truth is that's probably the hardest part. And yes, you could give that all away for free, but it was something I decided to do, I guess, at the beginning-ish of the year, it was right near the end. And it's because they're not just, it's a lot of work to put together a meal plan. It's something it takes me a long time to find new recipes and then break down ingredients, and I separate them by dry, fridge, frozen, vegetables, fruit. So it's not like it's just this meal plan. And so when they get the email 18 days later, it basically also breaks down if you want to be a coach. And I share an image that tells them all, and I feel like you guys have the same image, but it's the one that says like, if you stay on as a coach, or if you sign up as a preferred customer is what I call them, here's what you get, and here's the different cost breakdowns for everything. And I would say most people sign up to be coaches if they didn't sign up originally as a coach. I think that's it. So then I know I've shared this before. We have an ongoing community called Tribe Trifecta. We've had it now for 3 years. I do believe this is one of the reasons why I have a lot of repeat customers and repeat Success Club points. Tribe Trifecta is where every person that ever buys a challenge pack, they have to buy a challenge pack. It's not for anybody who just or signs up as Shakeology. Initially, they all go into Tribe. Tribe is a place where you can do any program. It's on Facebook. We have albums in there with different transformations. We have how to get started. So we have how to use your Beachbody on demand. We basically have the new welcome email all broken down for them. We have videos on how they can succeed in their challenge group tracker. We have personal development ideas. It's just a community that we've created. And right now, we have coaches who run it weekly. So whoever's the Tribe coach of the week shares something every single day. So, Monday's motivation, Tuesday's To Be Tuesday, Wednesday is Women Crush Wednesday, where the coach will highlight one of our Tribe members. Thursday is Throwback Thursday, or Transformation Thursday, something. And we'll share one of like the big Beachbody transformations and their story. Friday is, I can't think of what Friday is. What is it? Foodie Friday. We share recipes. Saturday is Saturday. Sunday is goals. They set their goals for the week. And we also share the National Wake Up Call in there. Even though they're not coaches, but if they listen to those, that's like, I mean, you can connect to that. Those calls are so life-giving, even if you're not a coach. So we share that in there.
What?
But what's rad is it's also a place where a new coach can kind of break the ice. So like if you're just signed up, you can become the coach of the week, and now you're kind of having to practice, and you have to share your story, and it's kind of become a really a rad place to, I don't know, it's probably one of my most favorite things that I've done in this business. We just started Tribe Live, where every Saturday we work out together, so we can get it done and not let our weekend be our weekend. And so we get up at 5 and we all work out together. Again, creating FOMO because we get to share it in our stories, and away we go. So that's kind of another, I definitely recommend creating something like that because it really is life-giving.
There's a couple questions on the
Yes,
side.
I just saw them. Weekly check-in, do you send a message or a Google form type? You're going to love this. I actually send voice memos. So because again, your voice is you. Not always. Sometimes if I find like a really great YouTube video that I think everyone needs to listen to and it's full of motivation, then I'll send like a hey, and I'll try to reference like what's going on. Hey, how's getting ready for the wedding? You have to check this video out. How's your workouts going this week? Blah blah blah. And I'll send that, or I'll just voice memo them and quickly send them a little like, hi, thinking about you. How's it going this week? Can I help in any way? Every once in a while, I'll just break it down like, hey, you're missed. Is everything all right? Just know I'm here. Don't feel, because a lot of times I feel like people you bring out a guilt in them, right? Like they're like, oh, I said I wanted to do all these things and I let them down. Break that down. Break that out for them. Let them know it's okay. Like it's okay that you didn't do the workout or you've completely fallen off the bandwagon. I have this girl right now. She literally sends me a message probably twice a week. She's like, you probably think I'm crazy because I tell you I want to do something every single week, and every single week I never do anything. And she's like, I promise I'm not crazy. I mean, I am slightly starting to wonder if there's all there, but just kidding. But know that people just want to hear from you. They want to know that, you're seen as this person they trusted with their health and fitness goals. And actually told this girl, the girl that I was telling you just about now, I told her, I was like, you're giving yourself a hard time because you're not doing what you think you should be doing. But just so you know, most people struggle with this. This is probably the biggest thing that people struggle with is their food, their diet, their nutrition, their fitness, because if they didn't, this wouldn't, number one, I wouldn't have a job. But number two, it's hard. It's hard to make yourself a priority. Life is so hard. So give yourself some grace. Go press play for 10 freaking minutes. Go do an ab video. I promise you, you will feel better and you will press play. You know, like that's what people need. They need that like tough love. So that's what I do for weekly check-ins. How do you check in with them the first 6 months? Oh, you asked the same questions. Group email or individual messages. The subscription report is pretty cool. How do you send them info after you invite? Oh, we went over that. So you don't share meal plans with your group. They get the first one. And then if they stay on, well, they'll get two because they'll get a month's worth. And then if they don't re-up, then they don't get any more meal plans from me. Where do I get the meal plans? I make them up. I just make them up. I look a lot on Pinterest and I go find other coaches that put them all on their blogs, and I just kind of go from there. How do you get someone to participate in a challenge group who's on Instagram but not FB? I only use the challenge group tracker app, except for Tribe. What I have suggested, so I don't know if for people who are not on Instagram, they can have, I would say most of them have a Facebook, they just don't want to use it anymore, right? Like once upon a time they created a Facebook, or their husband has a Facebook. They can download Facebook groups. So they don't have to even ever go on Facebook. They can just have the group app and they can just be a part of your group. If they really wanted to be in your tribe, you know that is a possibility. Just that you should know that, because I've had a lot of people go in as their spouse, or just let them know just to download the groups, and then they can be in tribe and they don't ever have to go on Facebook, and for all the reasons they don't want to be on Facebook. I don't even really know. I have a hard time understanding why someone would want to be on Facebook that isn't on the Instagram, but that's just because I'm an original. I'm an OGer. I've been on Facebook since 2001. I don't even think most people, it was only eligible for people who had like in certain colleges. So I've been on there for a long time. It's my bread and butter. What is your day breakdown? How do you get it all done? So this is something I recently had to change, Margot, like 49 times, because number one, so we're not sleeping a lot here in this house. I will say we are big advocates on sleep training. My first three are fantastic sleepers. Otherwise, I think I'd probably run my head into a wall. But Brooks is not. I mean, he's just hungry. He's just hungry and gassy, so we got issues. So right now, I actually want my day done by 7 a.m. So I get up at 4, and my husband helps me. So he'll eat between 4 and 7, somewhere in there. So I will feed him, but I know what I'm doing when I'm feeding him. I'm 100% working in that time, sending invites. So from 4 to 7, I get all of my work done and my workout. Leaving a shower and, obviously stories throughout the day, and then following up with people. And, but I want to be 100% present for these kids, because I felt like I'm trying to run this house, and I'm trying to be a supportive wife, and I'm trying to make sure my kindergartner comes home and has fun. And I'm, just trying to be everything to everybody. And I was feeling very torn, and it was driving me nuts. So sacrificing a little sleep for me, and now I'm obsessed with the routine, just like I knew I would. It took a couple weeks, but I get up at 4 and I do it all. I check in, I do the invites. I just do the Success Club tracker. If you guys don't use those, use the Success Club tracker, but it keeps you in line. Something I recently just changed, and it feels really good. If they're if they're in the challenge group tracker, I have a list of all the people who are in the challenge group tracker, and then I have it broken down into 5 days. So if let's just say there's 25 people for easy math, because I'm not that good at math. I'm checking in with 5 people a day. Does that make sense? So each within the challenge, because they're the people that are really needing they should get some attention, as they are the people doing the things. And so I just kind of have a lot of systems and breakdowns, and, make it all kind of come together. Does that answer your question? Yeah. I just told this to our team today in our new coach mentorship. I take a lot of photos that I use for stories, all in chunks. So I'll take you know, when my kids are up and in the beginning in the morning, I'm just like, boop, 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 you know, just taking all these photos. And then I use them sporadically throughout the day. It might look like I'm being instant. There's no instant about my life. There is nothing instant about my life. Everything is back. Everything is backburned. Because that's just the reality. I'm not it's just not what can happen, except for those live videos. Those are real. Something I also do, I have 2 phones. I don't know why, but I have 2 phones. My husband calls it the burner phone. When I go live on Facebook, I go live on Instagram. I save the video on Instagram and upload it to IGTV. So just another way to get on another platform that gives you, you know, some more places that you're being seen. And if you don't have 2 phones, you could always borrow your husband's phone, an iPad, your computer, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I unplug. Yes. So usually when the kids, once Avery comes home, I don't do anything. I have my post for the night scheduled, but aside from that, I do not, I don't, you know, maybe if depending on like I'm getting a baby right now. Do you want to throw his jammies on? And then thank you, baby. I have a really good spouse too. And he really does, like from 4 to 7, I forgot to mention, he's on call. Like, so he will hold the baby if he's sad or, you know, whatever. He'll rock him back to sleep so that I can keep getting work done, because he knows that I want to be present and I want to be available to all the people. But night times, I don't, it's why you guys never see me on calls. I just can't, like, that's just not my reality right now. I wish, you know, of course I would love to do all the things all the time. But this allows me to just be able to be mom at nighttime and, you know, connect with my spouse. And, but we're both in the same mindset right now. Like we're in the growing phase, right? Like he works at nighttime sometimes because he brings work home, because he leaves work early so that he can be present and be dad. And so that he might work at nighttime. So then it's totally fine if I work at nighttime too, you know, but I get up at 4, so I ain't trying to work very long. I try to be in bed by 9, but let's be real, it's always 10. Every single freaking night it's 10 o'clock. Why? But yes, I got used to just being live without makeup. The gig, you know, just looking like death run over. Thank God for filters. I've been trying to save live videos from IG and cannot figure it out. Okay, so at the end of your live video, like you're live, and you hit end. At the very top in the right-hand corner, it says save. If you do not hit save, you can never get it back. It's gone for the rest of the time. Same with Facebook. Because you can save from Facebook Live as well. As soon as you're done live, you have to hit save. If you don't, there is no way. That I know of. You never look like death, let's be honest. I'm just embracing this really cool mask that I have that makes me look translucent, like, what's that movie with the vampires? Yeah, them. You know. What's the movie I'm thinking of? Twilight. Yeah. Anyway, any other questions? Or I know I just like reverberated basically everything. I had notes and I had a system, but that's not really how I roll. I just kind of, you know, it's what I got. Any other questions?
I just had a question. What have you found most success by doing the live videos daily, like showing up? Because I know, like how you said, people hearing your voice is it's so huge, and that's why I love talking to people when I talk and invite rather than I hate messaging. Totally. But what have you seen as the biggest success of pulling people in that way versus any other system that you've used in the past?
I think because like they're getting a glimpse, like a lot of times it's like, you know, hey, I've had a day or I had a morning or I had a night. Like I'm right out of the gate telling them what's going on with my life. I would say one of the biggest things with with live videos, I don't get a ton of, they're not all great. A lot of people, it looks like nobody watches them or nobody even likes them. But I will tell you, at least 3 times a day, someone's like, oh, I watch you every day. Me and my daughter, we love you. We just think you're so funny. And I'm like, really? Could you like my video? Can you just like my video? Like, who are you? Why don't you like my video? Don't you know what algorithm is? Like I get so fired up, but really there's no likes. And so I speak as though I'm speaking to thousands. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, everybody's there. You all need to hear this message about how to whatever. And like, I do my hair on there. I'll do my makeup on there. I'll open up a package of, Forever 21. I just think it lets people into your life, into the realness of who you are, because it's really hard to be on point in a video. Like, they're getting the weird faces. They're getting like you're getting all the things. There's nothing perfect about a live video. And so I think it just makes you more relatable. I think people instantly feel like I can connect to her, because they just like us now, like maybe you thought I was this way and now we're getting to know each other and you're like, wow, she's really weird and quirky and not who I thought she was, and she stumbles over words and makes words up most of the time. That is, I feel like, that's the kind of stuff you want people to know about you, because you want them to connect, and then you want them to come and be a part of your tribe. But I would say that is, why.
And then one other question with the lives, because sometimes I see it looks like you have almost like a content calendar, like your topics seem very like planned out. Do you have kind of like a general overview of like things you want to talk about, and then you just add in other lives, or is it really kind of just off the cuff of something that just was on your heart?
It's pretty much off the cuff. So people mostly, if I could sell hair, I would be a millionaire. I'm not even, and how to like whiten your teeth. Pretty much, I'm certain if I could make those things happen in my world, I would somehow be, because but it was just because I live near a power plant. No, just kidding. But kind of, there was just too much fluoride in the water. But people, all people want to talk about, like someone's like, can you just do more beauty topics? And I'm like, okay, well now I'm kind of out. Like, I've done, how many times can I do my makeup? How many times there's only 2 ways I wear my hair every single day, straight or curly. So what are so I try to do a beauty Friday. That's like the only one that I kind of have. I also run a business called Organized Chaos, which I started in November, and it's really how to be an organized mom of basically organizing your chaos. So a lot of times that's my heart. That's a big chunk of what I want to do. And so I share a lot of that. I share I just share all about how to be organized, and I'll break down what I basically sell, but I break that down in, one video. So we'll talk about a list, or we'll talk about, the quarter just happened, so we'll talk about quarterly lists or whatever. But most of it is completely just heartfelt. Here's what I got, except for Saturdays. Saturdays, I do a workout. So I do 5 workout moves related to one muscle group, and I talk about a weight loss tip. And that's pretty much it as far as content goes. You're welcome. Anything else anybody has? I'm sorry if this wasn't, I hope that you got what if you need like tangible, I feel like I gave you lots of tangible tips to try to take away and do. And, I will say, if you, create like a virtual fit club, like Tribe is, do it with somebody else and make sure you include your whole team. Like, don't, like Andy and I do it together. And so all of Andy's downline and all of my downline are in there. So there's almost 1,000 women in that group. So it's, and I go live in there a lot, and, we just do a lot of stuff. Like if we go on trips or we go to Summit, we go live in there. Like people celebrate. It's like they're coaches, but they're not. We treat them like they're coaches so that one day they're going to be coaches, I just want to play with my dinosaur. Sorry. Dying. I don't know why they're all crying right here. But anyway, well, I won't keep you. I know it's been 51 minutes. I try to keep to 45. But if you guys ever have any other questions, or, you know where to find me. Anywhere. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Do you want to take a picture? Do you guys do that? Yeah? Okay. All right. Okay, I should have stopped recording. For those that are recording, make sure you smile. Because you know that they just did. They were like, oh. Okay, we lost a lot of people, but that's okay. If you want to come and show us your face, Amy, Cynthia, Andy, Danica, Alicia, we'd love to see you. Oh, hey. All right, you ready? Say cheese. Oh, your hugs like Andy. Nope, Shayna. Oh, there's Alicia. Come on. Come on. I'm really good at peer pressure. I'm a sorority girl. Come on. Just kidding. Shots. No. There's Amy. Cynthia for the win. You're the last box. No. There's no changement. No changing in the thing. Okay. Say cheese.
Camera's out.
Okay. All right. Say cheese. Great job. Well, thanks you guys sorry, Cynthia, I didn't mean to just continuously call you out. Thank you for listening, and it's going to be a great year. We have such great things to offer people. Ride with that every single day, and people will join you. You have to make this look like things that people want to be a part of, and they will. They will. All right. See you later. Have a great evening.